Hello everyone, this is Vrishali and welcome to the series of Power Electronics and Application. In our last video, we have studied three-phase semi-converter with the resistive load. So in this session, we are going to see three-phase semi-converter with resistive load, and for that, the expression for output voltage, for RMS voltage and device ratings. After these expressions, we will see three-phase semi-converter with the inductive load. So let's start. This is a three-phase semi-converter symmetrical configuration, and this is a phasor diagram for that. We have already studied the operation and the phasor in our last video. Now we will see the expressions for output voltage, RMS voltage and device ratings for different values of alpha. There are two cases. Case 1 is when alpha is less than or equal to 60 degree and where alpha is greater than 60 degree. So let's start with the first one, that is the expression for output voltage. Considering case 1 where alpha is less than 60 degree, the average output voltage is given by this expression. Now substituting value of line to line voltage EAB and EAC, which is root 3 Em sin omega t plus pi by 6 or sin omega t plus 30. So substituting the values of EAB and EAC, we will get this expression. Now integrating with respect to d omega t, substituting the limits, we will get this expression. Now simplifying the cos 120 and cos 60, where the cos 120 is minus 1 by 2, cos 60 is 1 by 2. So simplifying this, we will get this expression, and here for cos 60 plus alpha as well as cos 120 plus alpha, using the trigonometric equation cos A plus B, which is equal to cos A cos B minus sin A sin B, we will get this equation. So this is the expression for output voltage EDC. For case 1, alpha is less than 60 degree. Now we will see case 2, which is alpha is greater than 60 degree. The average output voltage is given by this expression. Again, a line to line voltage EAC, substituting its value, we will get this expression. Now in this case, again integrating the same thing, integration of sin theta, it's cos minus cos theta, and changing the polarities, we will get this expression, and substituting the value of cos 180, which is minus 1, so minus 1 will become 1 plus cos alpha. So this is the expression for average output voltage when alpha is greater than 60 degree. Hence from both the cases we can observe that the average output voltage for alpha ranging from 0 to 180 degree is same. The equation for case 1 and case 2 is same. Now we will see expression for RMS voltage. Again the case 1, which is given by this expression 1 by 2 pi integration of E square dc d omega t dt. So here again EAB square plus EAC square and putting the limit. For the next expression, substituting the value of EAB and EAC, which is a line to line voltage, we will get this expression, and then squaring this inside bracket term, we will get this expression. Now sin square theta is nothing but 1 minus cos 2 theta, so substituting it here and integrating it with respect to d omega t, substituting the value for 1, substituting value 120 minus 60 minus alpha will be 60 minus alpha, similarly for this, and putting the value, the limits for this sin 2 omega t, the simplified, we will get this expression. Now after substituting these values, where minus sin 240, the value of sin 240 is minus root 3 by 2 and sin 120 is root 3 by 2. So minus of minus root 3 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 will be root 3. So this expression will be the simplified version. Now since the sin 120 plus 2 alpha minus sin 240 plus 2 alpha is equal to root 3 cos 2 alpha, and 120 degree is nothing but 2 pi by 3. So the ERMS is given by substituting these values. We will get this, and this is the simplified version. So this is the RMS output voltage for case 1, that is alpha is less than 60 degree. Now for the second case, alpha is greater than 60 degree, the RMS output voltage is given by this. Here the line voltage EAC, the value is substituted, that is a √3 Em sin omega t minus 30. Squaring, again the squaring this inside bracket term, we will get this. The √3 square is 3, which is taken outside, so 3 into 3, 9. Now again sin squared theta is nothing but 1 minus cos 2 theta. So integrating this with respect to d omega t and substituting the value of alpha and 180 for this one, which is already substituted, 180 minus alpha, and for this sin 2 theta we are substituting the values, and after simplification we will get this final expression. So this is a RMS output voltage for alpha is greater than 60 degree, that is a case 2. Now we will see device ratings for again these two cases, alpha is greater than and less than 60 degree. For the case 1, the SCR and diode RMS current ratings are given as IT RMS is equal to RMS value of output current divided by √3, whereas the average current ratings are given average value of output current divided by 3, that is the IDC average divided by 3. For case 2, the IT RMS and ID RMS, that is the SCR and diode RMS current ratings are given as IDC RMS divided by √3, whereas the average current ratings are given as IDC by 3, where the ID RMS, the RMS value of current is given as RMS value of output voltage divided by R, V by R, which is nothing but the current. So these are expressions for output voltage, then RMS voltage and device ratings. So the detailed explanation of all these derivations will be discussed in our online lectures, so please be present for the lectures. Now we will go to the next converter, that is a 3-phase semi-converter with inductive load. So this is a output waveform or voltage waveform for 3-phase semi-converter with the RL, that is inductive load. So the voltage waveform is same as that with the resistive load. Hence the average and RMS values of the output voltage will also be the same. Semi-converter with inductive load also operates in two modes, continuous conduction mode and discontinuous conduction mode. So in case of continuous conduction mode, the output current waveform is a continuous for alpha is less than 60 degree, which is a ripple free. Thus form factor of a current waveform is unity and ripple factor is 0. The peak value of current is IDC. In case of discontinuous conduction mode, the output current waveform is discontinuous for alpha is greater than 60 degree. Therefore, the output voltage becomes 0 as freewheeling action takes place. The supply current waveform is a quasi-square wave for alpha is less than 60 degree, and for any value of alpha greater than 60 degree, the pulse width per half cycle decreases to 120 degree. The peak value of current waveform is IDC. The SCR and diode current waveforms, if you observe in this diagram, then for any value ranging from 0 to 180 degree, it is a rectangular wave of a duration 120 degree. So the maximum value of alpha is 180 degree, and for alpha is greater than 60 degree, the freewheeling action takes place when the output voltage is 0. Now, talking about the operation of this 3-phase semi-converter with inductive load, when either of the SCR or the diode is conducting, the source current is equal to load current. Otherwise, if any of the SCR or diode is not conducting, then the source current is 0. If SCR conducts, means phase current is positive. But if diode is conducting, then phase current is negative. Phase current is 0 when neither device is conducting. The device conducting current is equal to load current. So this is the operation of inductive load. So the source current is equal to load current if SCR and diodes are conducting, and device conducting current is also equal to load current. So thank you. Stay home, stay safe, and happy e-learning.